War Eagle again. It's kind of interesting when you do a coaching search and you communicate with your staff and you communicate with Dr. Roberts, our president here at Auburn, and he says, tell me about these folks. And I said, well, Chris Malveaux is kind of stoic. He's like a scientist type guy, and he's one of the best hitting guys in the country. And he's very, very thoughtful and intellectual, and he can really, really teach the game. And he said, well, tell me about Kate. I thought about it. She's got some Bruce Pearl in her. I know Bruce is actually here. She's never met a stranger. She can really recruit, and every opportunity she has individually with fans, with recruits, with the person walking down the street, she makes the most of it. Really incredible communication skills. Chris has head coaching experience. Kate has outstanding recruiting evaluation experience and is a great teacher of the catching position. And I know from experience in softball and baseball that catching, teaching ability is incredibly important to future success. Chris is one of the most brilliant offensive minds in collegiate softball, and everybody who knows the game will tell you that. Kate was a former standout player at Bradley University. These two have combined for 27 years of coaching experience. The Malveaux have combined for 14 different championships that they've been a part of. They've combined for 10 plus NCAA postseason appearances. They've combined to help produce 14 softball All-Americans. They're part of unprecedented success at the University of Tennessee, including SEC titles, SEC tournament titles, and trips to Oklahoma City. The synergy of these two coaches is something that jumps off the page at you, and I know future recruits and the members of the Auburn softball team are going to feel that. It's clear that future and current student athletes feel that Chris and Kate are among the best player development coaches available in the country. And they are parents to Gabe and to Ellie. And by the way, you guys have been stars. You've been quiet this whole time. So well done. My two would have never been that quiet at your age. So please welcome the fourth and fifth head coaches in Auburn softball history, Kate and Chris Malveaux.
You know, it's not too often that Kate lets me go first. I'm gonna enjoy this moment. You'll see when she gets up here how passionate she is. You know, first, you know, I'd like to thank John. Thank you for this opportunity. We're so pumped to be here. War friggin' Eagle, man. You know, there's been, you know, moments, you know, in reflection, whenever we've had 5 minutes, you know, off to the side if we're not on the phone or recruiting, you know, on the road, and the amount of times that we've sat here and thought, like, we were running this Auburn softball program. What an amazing honor. First, you know, I'd like to go through and thank some amazing people, amazing influences in our lives. First, I'd like to thank God for this opportunity. You know, only you make this possible. Before I move on, my family, you know, John just talked about having our family here. That was a big part of our decision, John wanting this to be family. My two kids, Gabe and Ellie, they've been soldiers along this ride, and So thankful for you guys. Love you guys so much and so proud of you. Kate, you know, she's basically the yin to my yang, right? We hear that a lot from people that are around us, and they're like, oh my God, she's this, and you're this, and it's perfect. You know, Kate has been, you know, she's been by my side for, at least 10 years, and then plus, 10 plus. You know, she's such a backbone to our family. Very good at holding me accountable and making sure that I'm doing the things I'm supposed to be doing, and when I'm doing them. But thank you so much for being an amazing wife. I've loved this journey and excited for this new stage to be able to share this with you. So appreciative of you. Thank you. Former players, again, would not be standing here if we didn't have some great players along the way. I'm a big journey person. I love going on the journey with people, being in the trenches, you know, being in the cages, on the field, in the dugout. I love that journey and being on a team and being able to do it with people. Been so fortunate to be around some amazing players over the years. You know, we wouldn't be here without them. The trusting, wanting to work together, the camaraderie. You know, hopefully I've made some form of impact on their lives that's remotely comparable to the ones they've made on mine. So very appreciative of all former players. Also, people that have believed in me on this journey. You know, I started off in college softball at A&M when I was a student under Coach Evans. She's a sole person that really got me into college softball. So fortunate for that. You know, along the way, my first college job, Scott Eastman at McNeese. Went to UL with the Lotiefs, who very instrumental in kind of showing a blueprint of how a husband and wife would do this. Very amazing program. Amy Hayes, Megan Smith, Larissa Anderson at Mizzou gave me the first opportunity to be in the SEC and totally had my eyes wide open of what this amazing league is like. And, you know, really had a tremendous learning opportunity there. Very fortunate for the sacrifices that she's made for our family. Karen Weekly took a chance on us. Her husband Ralph retired. Big shoes to fill right there, and she trusted us. Very appreciative of our friendship and our mentorship, and we look forward to continuing that relationship down the road. You know, I'm going to try to keep this short because I know there's going to be a lot of questions. Auburn is such an amazing community. Great people. We were here a couple times this year, been here before. Everyone is so welcoming, so hospitable. It's just amazing to be around these people that love living here. They love Auburn. You know, the amount of people that come out of the woodworks that we didn't even know who had Auburn ties over the years is just amazing in this network. The thirst for softball to continue to grow. You know, it's been a national powerhouse. It's been runner-up in the World Series. That's what we want to get to. But we are so fortunate to be here in such an incredibly special place. War Eagle.
I don't think very often you get to hear from two head coaches at once. This is probably a new thing, but we're super grateful. And good morning, and War Eagle. I'm going to try and not repeat what Chris said, but I mean, I think he did a fantastic job of showing just how excited we are to be here and all the tradition and vision ultimately that we're looking forward to building here at Auburn. I think we're incredibly honored and humbled to usher in the new era of Auburn softball. That doesn't go without a lot of work that was laid prior to us. We're so grateful, first and foremost, like Chris said, to God for all the struggles and the successes that we've had. We know we wouldn't be here without having the opportunities that He's put in front of us. Sorry, you'll hear me. I talk a lot, so this voice doesn't go away. A big thank you to John Cohen and his staff. They did a fantastic job of making this feel like home from the very start. They're incredible people. They've sat in our seats. They know what it takes to win, and we're just so grateful that they saw in us the vision that we have for this program and where we can take it. Another big shout out to Casey Page, specifically our sport admin. Man, she's been boots on the ground with us from the minute we started in more ways than she probably knows, and so we're just beyond grateful for that. To Ralph and Karen Weekly specifically, like Chris said, they gave us a shot to work together and really do this thing. And they showed us, they gave us the blueprint that husband and wives can do it. They are friends, they are family, and we are just beyond grateful for the experience that they gave us and our kids. For every coach that I ever played for, or for every coach that I ever worked with, you have impacted my life in such a way that I can only hope that I make the same impact for the young ladies that we're going to work with here at Auburn. For every player that we've ever coached, for every player that has ever touched this Auburn softball program, we appreciate you, and we are so grateful for the faith that you've had in us, for the love that you give to your programs and our families, and for the trust to guide you. Thank you for letting us be part of your journey. To my family and to Chris's family, they have driven so many miles to help make this happen. Obviously, we have 2 little ones, and so it sometimes is an interesting puzzle, but we wouldn't have it any other way, and we are beyond grateful for the sacrifices that they have made to help us do what we do. To Gabe and Emily, I know Chris touched on it, but you're rock stars. And you have sacrificed so much for mom and dad to be able to do this, but we know how cool it is too, and they're to be a big part of it. Lastly, to Chris is my rock. Like, I'm a spitfire, don't get me wrong, but whenever things get hard, or whenever I need to bounce ideas, he's the one I go to. He's the first one when I'm excited about something. I'll run up to him and I'm like, the Catchers did this. He goes, I know nothing about that, but let's talk about it. And it's a lot of fun, but I think the flip side of that is it would be so easy. Chris is one of the best at what he does. And it would be so easy for him to want to take his own route and go, but he sees me for who I am as a person and as a coach, and he has pushed me to be better every step of the way, and he wants me to be my own person. Not everybody would do that. And so I think that just speaks to his character and who he is. I am so grateful that we get to do this together. Beyond grateful. I love you. That was a lot. We're going to keep going. Listen, we know where this program has been. I mean, you look at it, there's 18 NCAA postseason runs, 10 of which have come straight down the stretch. 2 amazing Women's College World Series runs. You've got 2 SEC championships underneath our belts. A bunch of All-Americans, Pitchers of the Year, Freshman of the Year. I mean, you look at the players that have left their mark on this program, from your Maddie Pentas here as of late, your Casey Coopers, your Emily Carasonis, your Holly Curries. They are what laid the foundation for us to come in and do what we're going to do here in this place. And I don't think you can go where you're going without knowing where you've been. So we're incredibly grateful for what Auburn softball has done, for what Mickey Dean and his staff has done to set us up for amazing success moving forward. We're most excited to get boots on the ground. If you know anything about us, we're big developers. That we want to get our hands dirty and get to work. I think the players are learning that real fast, just in our conversations with them. But we're going to develop elite level talent, and we're going to ensure that ultimately that when they leave this place, they're going to tap into every single bit of their athletic experience, but leave here better people for the lives that they're going to touch from here on out, including the ones that they're going to touch in this community on a daily basis. Again, we're not afraid to work. We've proven that we can build, and we can build fast, and man, we're going to chase championships. That's what we're going to do here, and that's what we expect out of our players. You're going to work hard, you're going to outwork everybody, and you're going to demand nothing but the best from everybody around you. And we are just beyond excited for this new era to kick it off, and we want this community, we want the alumni, we want the donors, we want the fans. We want you to be part of it because you are part of the family. That matters to us. So come out, be a part of it. We're going to find standing room if we need to, and we're going.